Hey everybody, Mandy here, and let me start off with saying that this is a discussion video. I'm not saying the Danganronpa community is toxic, and I'm not saying that it isn't toxic, but this is purely for a discussion type of video. So, please let me know in the comments what you think of the topic. I would love to know what people think. Thank you, and oh yeah, please hit the subscribe button and please hit the thumbs up. It really helps me out a lot. We're trying to go for 100k subs and we're almost there, so please, if you enjoy Danganronpa content or you enjoy the variety content on this channel, I would really appreciate it, and I'm working pretty hard on videos and there's not much else to say, just thank you so much for the support. Anyways, that was a bit of a quick intro, I guess, I don't know, but let me start out with saying, is the Danganronpa community toxic? Well, the thing is that you could just argue that every fandom is toxic, and why that is, yeah, that is true to a degree. It's more so the fact of a lot of people on the outside, or people who aren't in the Danganronpa community, they just automatically assume that the Danganronpa community is just very toxic, well, more than others. I actually mentioned something similar to this in my previous video, the state of Danganronpa, where I and other Danganronpa YouTubers would get non-stop hate, would get people insulting us, and the only reason was because we're Danganronpa YouTubers, or that we like Danganronpa. They've never watched us, they don't know who we are, they've never even heard our voice. But because we're Danganronpa YouTubers, we just get endless hate. So it's more so that people have this idea of what the Danganronpa community is, and because of it, they don't bother to look more into it, and they just hate you for it. So something must have happened. So in my personal opinion, and my personal experience within the Danganronpa community, I noticed that it mainly just comes from the shipping side of things, or the sexuality type of things. And what I mean by this, in case you don't know, is that shipping is when you grab two characters and you put them together and they have a little relationship couple thing. That's fine, I guess. I don't really ship. I guess it's cute sometimes, but I don't really bother too much with it. That's just how I am. And basically, a lot of people will get mad at you if you ship a couple characters together, or if you ship a certain character together, but then this other person doesn't agree with you. Then it gets really toxic for whatever reason. I remember when I made my top 10 Danganronpa ships video, obviously that was a very clear joke. I don't know why some people took it seriously. And even though I did get way more support than I did hate, there were some hate comments that I had to delete just because of how idiotic they were. I'll never understand why people get so toxic over this stuff, and it honestly brings the community down and it gives them a bad representation. I just don't get why people do it. I understand not liking something, but you don't have to be a dickhead about it. And then when it comes to the sexuality type of things, it's more so... Okay, so Danganronpa characters, I'm pretty sure all of them, except for 2 or 3 of them, do not have a canon sexuality. We don't know what it is, technically. Obviously, some of them give big hints, but then majority of them just don't. And basically, if you headcanon a sexuality to a certain character, then people will get on you like crazy. Some people out there only think that it's LGBTQ people getting annoyed at people who are headcanoning characters as straight, but that's not the case. I've seen many people get mad when somebody headcanons a character as gay and not straight for some reason. It's not one or the other. I see it on both sides. I see when people get mad for someone saying a character is straight, and then I see people get mad at someone saying a character is gay or lesbian or anything. It's one of those things where I try not to comment on this stuff in videos or at all, because I don't want to bring up this discussion. I've said this many times in the past. I want to create a positive atmosphere, and I don't want to create unnecessary drama or any negative feedback, or I want to create a good place. And unfortunately, it's one of those things where I have to avoid talking about this stuff. And it's the same with the Chihiro trans debate. I'm not talking about it, I'm not giving my opinions on it, but it's one of those things where I feel like I can't talk about it, because otherwise I will get an unnecessary amount of hate for no reason. And I bet you right now that dislike button is probably quite big, or quite bigger than normal. Because I'm just speaking about these things. I'm not giving my opinion on it, I'm not biasing towards one side, I'm just explaining to it how it is. and how people from the outside of the community see the Danganronpa community when they don't know much about it. So, you know, if you are one of those people who gets really toxic or really annoyed, please try to either keep it to yourself or block the other person if you don't enjoy their presence, because I get that some people will do this for fun, or like cause trouble for fun or whatever, but it really does give Danganronpa a bad name, and it's why people out there who are just minding their own business, just doing nothing, and then all of a sudden, people on the outside judge us just for liking Danganronpa. That's how I feel when it comes to my experience within the Danganronpa community. Let me know about yours in the comments below. And I actually put out a poll for about an hour because I didn't really want to keep it out for too long. But I asked the question, do you think the Danganronpa fandom is toxic? Also, tell me your opinions on the subject. This is for an upcoming video, so I'll be reading some comments. And as you can see, 77% said yes, and 23% said no. And I'm gonna read a couple comments. This has been deleted, so, you know, don't go try searching for it because it's gone. But I will read some comments, and I'll definitely be reading some of the comments in this video. So here we have a comment that says, like any other fandom, there is a group of people who are toxic, but a lot of it really isn't. And yes, I do agree, and it's something that I said at the beginning where it's kind of like, the people who are toxic are just way more vocal than the people who aren't toxic, and the people who aren't toxic mainly just keep to themselves, you know, that's how I kind of see it. We got, a great username, by the way. But they said, not the entire fandom. Some of the people in the shipping part of the fandom can be really toxic, but I've never had any problems beside that. I genuinely think that almost all the people in this fandom really enjoy the game/show and are very nice. The thing is, when it comes to like the nice or the positive side of Danganronpa, you definitely want to look at like the Danganronpas, like the Danganronpa fan games. They all look really great, and I've said this before, but like so much work goes into them, and a lot of them seem to have their own little like section of the Danganronpa fandom where they just like all group together and have fun making their project. And you know, that's all good. That's really cool to see, and I'm glad that a lot of people think that the vocal side of Danganronpa is only the toxic part. Another comment here that says, for me, it's a yes and no type of thing, because there's really chill people in the community, but there are other people, like the hardcore shippers, that are toxic and disrespectful. Kind of just bringing it back on my point again of it's more so like the shipping side of things, or the sexuality type of things. Another comment here that says, yes, the shippers are so toxic that I left the fandom, and I pretend that I don't know what Danganronpa is. Well, unfortunately, you're commenting on my post about Danganronpa, so it's not, you're not pretending quite well. But don't leave the channel, please. I'm still making content, I swear. Another comment that says, sometimes it feels like you're constantly walking on ice in certain areas of the community. That is such a shitty feeling because it makes me just not want to interact with any part of the community. And this is one of the things that I can relate/agree with quite a lot. When I'm creating videos, it's really hard to decide what is like stepping on ice and what isn't. And when I was uploading that top 10 Danganronpa ships video, I was just like shitting myself the entire time because I had no idea how people was going to react, and I thought people were going to come after me or be very toxic. And even though I did get some, I'm glad there was overwhelming support, so really thank you. There's also the fact that there are some types of videos where it's like, if I insult a character as a joke, by the way, I'm not actually insulting that character, but if I insult a character as a joke, because you know, I'm funny, it's like, people will get mad at me for that joke, and then comment as if I was being serious, when I've clearly mentioned in way many other videos that I like this character in general. It's one of those things where people just hear one thing and then don't think about it anymore, and it's unfortunate that happens quite a lot in this community, but yeah. Either way, that's it for this ramble/discussion video. Like I said, I think I've mentioned this like four times, but please let me know in the comments what you think about the topic, as I would love to hear some discussions on it. And make sure to like the video. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, there's not much else to say really. I'm just glad that I can try to help create some positive and entertainment atmosphere for the Danganronpa community, and just for the community in general. I know that people who come to this channel mostly watch for the Danganronpa content, and you know, I am trying with my variety content, and I just hope that people like that type of stuff. I know that some people just kind of don't like it just because it's not Danganronpa, but it's one of those things where I kind of feel like I would benefit a lot more from, and I would feel less unmotivated if I did that. So, you know, if you do see a variety content from me, go ahead and, you know, click on it, maybe like it. I'm I'm like self-promoting way too much, but yeah. And I'm also gonna be streaming on my Twitch channel more, so, you know, I guess go there, maybe, I don't know. It's such a scuffed outro, so sorry for this, but either way, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!